So I was running this scarcity script inside my head the entire time. The idea that what we had was never quite enough. So the number wasn't the problem. The belief about the number, that was the real root of the issue. But the bigger answer, the one that I actually want you to take from this, is that the travel wasn't funded by money. We traveled full-time as a family for years. We went to different countries, we built buses, we lived in hostels, we volunteered places, we rented homes, and our daughter grew up in this type of lifestyle, and my wife and I built it together. And when people find out, they always ask, literally the same thing, how did you afford that? And the answer is that we didn't do it the way you would probably think, or the way that most people assumed. We weren't trust fund babies or pulling in 6 figures from a blog or passive income from some online course that we had built. We were working and really working, and what we were making was enough, just enough, most of the time. And that gap between just enough and what I thought we needed to feel safe, that's what this video is actually about. Because I spent a lot of that time traveling scared. And I don't think I've really said that out loud, especially here on the YouTube channel. Okay, so here's what the work actually looked like. We had a few different income streams running at once, and none of them were very glamorous. So to get into it, the channel was monetized. So we had some AdSense, a few brand deals here and there, and we would also do a lot of trades at hotels for filming and stuff. And at our best, we were pulling around $400 to $500 a month from YouTube. Our biggest month was $1,000, and which honestly, I'm still very, very proud of. That doesn't happen without all of you supporting us and watching our videos. So thank you for all the support. But the $400 to $500 a month is not what people picture when they imagine a family traveling the world on YouTube. So we'd come back to the US every so often, and when we did, I would pick up video jobs, I'd do client shoots, Erica would cut some hair, whatever we could line up, knock it out and fund the next stretch of the road. I also had a small Google Ads management company running on the side, remotely, and that was bringing in somewhere between $1,000 and $2,000 a month when things were good. And that was kind of it. When you add it all up, the YouTube income, the video jobs, the Google Ads work, we were averaging somewhere around $1,500 to $2,000 a month total. Sometimes a little bit more, and sometimes a little bit less. And the rest of the money that we needed to live off of, well, that came from savings and honestly, credit cards. And I'm saying that out loud because I think it really matters. Because when you see a family on YouTube living out of a bus, exploring new countries, letting their kids grow up on the road, you assume there's some financial machine running behind the scenes. And for us, there really wasn't. We were just making it work month by month. But here's what I really don't want to talk about on camera, but I'm going to because it is really important to get out there. There was a version of me that was standing on the beach in Costa Rica, watching my wife and daughter play in the water at sunset. And instead of being there, being present with them, I was doing math in my head. How much is left in the account? What gig is coming up next? What if the camera breaks? What if a client falls through? And all the what ifs were totally controlling my mind and how I was experiencing things in the moment. It's a strange kind of suffering to be living something so beautiful and to be completely unable to feel it. And I just want to be honest here because I think this is incredibly important. The fear wasn't really about money, not at its core. Whew, it was deeper than that. It was the fear of not being enough, of having made a big unconventional bet with my family's life, taking my wife and daughter out of the normal path and failing them because of it. Every time our account dipped, it felt like evidence. Like maybe I was wrong, maybe this was totally foolish, maybe we should have stayed instead and lived that normal life and had financial security. And that fear, that financial anxiety, it didn't protect us. It didn't help me plan better or work smarter. It just stole moments, beautiful moments, moments I will never get back. And here's what I've come to understand on the other side of it. You don't need as much as you think you need. I know that sounds like a cliche, but I mean it literally. We travel the world full-time on what most people would consider a modest income, or below modest here in the United States. And we created memories that are permanently woven into our child's life, and we lived it. So the number wasn't the problem, the belief about the number, that was the real root of the issue. So I was running this scarcity script inside my head the entire time. The idea that what we had was never quite enough, that the next dollar would be the one that finally made it feel safe, and the decisions that I made all would make sense if we just had that financial security. And the truth is, that script doesn't go away on its own. You have to choose to replace it. I had to choose to replace it. And for me, that shift has come through my faith, through my sobriety, and through my recovery, and just peeling back more of the layers of who I am at the core. And through the ongoing work of becoming a person who operates from trust rather than fear. And what's really interesting, what I didn't fully see until recently, is that the same lesson has now shown up in my business, Creator Mode, the thing that I've been building now, and also in many different areas of my life. And we've been back in the US for about a year. We're taking off again in a couple months. And there are times when I look at the numbers and I still feel that same old pull, that tightening in my chest. And I have a choice. I can go into the fear, I can start making desperate moves and shrink and feel so low about myself. Or I can trust the path. I can trust that the work that I'm doing is good, that the people I serve are real, that what I've built has value even when the months don't reflect it yet. And so the road, traveling, living life nomadically taught me that lesson first. I just didn't have the language for it at the time. And so it was stuck in my head spinning, and I didn't know how not to spin. And I also didn't realize that I was spinning. So what did we do to make money while traveling? We worked honestly and hard with cameras and clients and a channel that slowly, steadily grew. But the bigger answer, the one that I actually want you to take from this, is that the travel wasn't funded by money, okay? It's so important. It was funded by a decision to go, to trust the leap, to figure it out on the way. And I know really in my heart that that's the version of this story that's actually worth telling, because it goes so much deeper, and it doesn't matter if we're traveling or if we're living a normal life, that still same fear is in many of us. So if something here really resonated with you, please let me know in the comments, because honestly, it kind of sucks opening up like this on camera, but I feel like the things that we've learned through our experience, strength, and hope can really benefit someone who is trying to take those next steps, who's unsure, who's maybe held back by the same fears that we had to overcome. So please like and subscribe to the channel, really supports us, and I hope to see you on the next video.